Good morning, everyone. My name is Williams-Harvey, and I'm a student in the College of Education. I believe I speak for all the graduates today when I say thank you to Harris-Stowe State University. Each and every department, from the president to the janitors, played a significant role in the level of success we achieved at the university. I would also like to take this time to thank my parents, Marion and Paula. My husband, Bryce Harvey, my children, my sisters, Stacy Williams and Casablanca Warren, all of the student teachers who have been my support system throughout this process, and everyone who saw something in me that I did not see in myself. I was supposed to have prepared a valedictorian speech, but when I began writing, it turned into my testimony. I began to look back on my journey. I thought about how I became a mother at 12 years old. I remembered how I dropped out of high school as a junior so that I could focus on raising my son. I remembered how, while carrying my second child, I decided to get my GED. I remembered all the times I told my children about the importance of education and how I always felt guilty about saying those words to them because I barely had an education by myself. By this time, I had 6 children: Northern, Nature, Navy, Enjoy, Nice, and Dantes. So during one of my very eloquently crafted "do as I say and not as I do" speeches I used to give them from time to time, I received a word. I woke up the next morning, I registered for college. When I tell you about favor and faith, on this journey, I lost many family members, which included my son, my mother, my father, who passed away this semester. I continue to remain steadfast alongside the graduates present before you today. This graduating class is compiled of individuals like me who are resilient. We are Ferguson. We are the first African-American president and first lady. We are Lupita Nyong'o. We are Misty Copeland. We are new money, new like the Harriet Tubman $20 bill. We are evolution, and we are change. As this part of my journey at Harris-Stowe came to a close, I began to deliberate about what I would do after graduation. I was thinking about subbing and going on to receive my master's, and I got a phone call from the student teaching supervisors, Ms. Strawbridge and Ms. Johnson, literally days before graduation, and they were reaching out to me about an interview for a teaching position, but I had to go on the interview the next morning. No time to prepare, no time to think about what I was going to say. So I went on the interview the next morning, and I was hired on the spot. I'm leaving Harris-Stowe with a teaching position that would allow me to work while I get my master's. When I tell you about favor and faith, so to the class of 2016, I say to you, when you are alone with those thoughts about giving up, remember me. Remember, on this day, at this time, a real teen mom stood before you as valedictorian. Not the kind of teen mom that MTV tries to encourage you to look up to, but the kind of teen mom who writes books, who writes poems and 30-page papers, thanks to Dr. Weatherford Jacobs and Dr. Betty Porter Walls. the kind that comes early and stays late. I am a thinker, and I'm a true believer in Black girls who rock. But they rock even harder when they're a Williams.